What's up, fellas? How you doing? Hola, como esta? Bonjour, bonsoir, depending on which time of the day it is. How far? Charlie, shout out to my Ghanaian law. Welcome to Famous Football. I'm your host, Ned. Let's talk football. Well, tomorrow we know the big game is at hand. Well, not really the big game. We know Chelsea have a game against Leverkusen. Chelsea first preseason game after 4 days of preseason training. Well, hopefully this goes well. Hopefully it goes well. Well, I'm not really expecting much from the game. But before we get into all of that, how about we take a moment of silence for Spurs? They got buried. Bayern 4-0. Well, it's a preseason game. You get ready to read much into it. But boy, oh boy. Spurs, unlucky there. Well, let's get into it. Well, according to Maresca, we know Leverkusen is out. And also we know Wesley Fofana, even though he's in training, but he's not going to be getting any minutes in the 2 preseason games that we have coming up, right? Trying to make sure he said he might be available for the game against Crystal Palace. Now, even though he might be available, I don't expect him to start that game either. Maybe after that, the following game or the next 2 games, then I might see him get 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and stuff like that. But Levi's out, West is also out. So now, based on what we have, we're gonna end. We have couple of people that's going to be making their debut too in Estevao, Gittens, Hato. So we know that and we're looking to see. I know all Chelsea fans, we looking to see these 3 people play at least. Well, this tomorrow game or the next the 2 preseason game we have is pretty much about them. We want to see what they have. We already know what Palmer can do. We already know what all these people can do. So we want to see the new people that will have, the new additions to the team, what they're bringing, what they can. And we heard Maresca talk about Estevao and the way he spoke about him, saying that he's similar to Palmer, not in technical ability or whatever, but in the fact that he can also play across the entire front line. Say, according to Maresca, in our 5 attacking position, he can play anywhere. So which is good news for us, right? So meaning we get to see him a lot, hopefully, during the season. But so let's get into it. What is my predicted lineup for tomorrow? I have 2. One for the first half and one for the second half, right? So let's get into the one for the first half. If you look at it, I have Sanchez in goal for the one in the first half. Sanchez in goal, right? Well, I know Chelsea is not going to get a new as a defender, but goalkeeper will link with the AC Milan goalkeeper Marc Mignon, but I don't think we're getting him as of now. Sanchez, because everything that he have done at the end of the season, I think now the club is trying to back him up, and I can't really blame them for that. Now, do I 100% suggest? No. We also know Marc Mignon, right? Will also be out of contract in January. So maybe if Sanchez decide to go full Sanchez on us, then in January we can bring him in. I think maybe that's what they're also looking at as well. But in the back line, I have Chalobah, right center back. I have Bade Deshi, left center back, right? As you can see, Hato making his debut, and then the Capitan himself. Obviously, the man have to be in the starting lineup, not just because he's the captain, but come on, he's Reece James. I saw something on the internet the other day, I think today or yesterday, that said if he wasn't injured constantly, he would have been worth 150 million. And listen, I back that. The man will be worth 100 than him. If he's fit, I don't see a better right back than him. And I think part of the reason that's why most of us Chelsea fans get frustrated when Maresca tried to play in as a midfielder, right? And I understand Maresca logic, and I'll make a video about that before the season starts, about what Maresca is planning to do and why sometimes he imposed Reece James in that position as a midfielder. But we love to see Reece James, going back and forth and just being a traditional fullback or wingback. We love it. We know what he can do. If he's available, best right back in best right back in the league, best right back in the world. I got it. Easy, right? And then I have Casado along with Santos, and the reason why I did this because you want to bring that kind of a mixture. The young people or the new addition to the team. You don't just want to put all of them together in a lineup, because they're still trying to figure it out. So you want to put a couple people that been playing together to kind of give that balance and bring experience into the lineup as well. So we have Caicedo and then Santos playing next to him. According to Maresca, we heard in previous conference, especially during the Club World Cup, he mentioned that Enzo and Santos are more alike, or Santos is more alike to Enzo than he is to Caicedo, right? So Caicedo is going to be sitting deep like he usually do, and then Santos is going to be playing in that Enzo type of role. And then we have the big man himself, Palma, right? The big man himself, Palma. He's going to be there. He's going to be there. That position, like he literally, like I said, took his name, sign it, stamp it, and lay it there. That's my position. Whoever is coming, listen, you can join me and play along, right? But just FYI, it's mine. So the Palma's going to be in there, right? Estevao going to be on the right-hand side. I'm excited for that one, right? His first game with Palma. Well, for me, that's why I put Palma there. I want to see what the both of them is going to do, especially when Palma go out wide and then he can come in, because we already know that he can play as a 10, he can play anywhere across that attacking line. So I want to see that interchange between him and Palma as well. I'm looking forward to that. And but I couldn't really get a picture of him to put there, so sorry about that. But that right side is for Estevao Williams. And then you have Gittens, the new guy, right? Let's see what he can also bring. We know Maresca love him. Maresca like the player, you know, and what he can do. So let's see what Gittens can also bring. Now, it's just a preseason game, right? The purpose of this game, I think, I would say, is just to give everybody a bit of minute, to kind of get everybody used to everybody, give everybody an idea of what we're going to do, right? So as much as I want to win, I want Chelsea to win the game. Let's be honest. If we play in it, we might as well just win it, right? But if we can win it, not that we can win it, but I want us, the purpose of the game, to kind of get what we're going to do during the season. Like, let's get that locked down, then we can move on to something else. But Gittens, yes, he's going to be right there. And up front, for the first half, I have Debute. And I think he's going to bring something. Well, I know the Club World Cup, what's his name? João Pedro kind of took his shine and stuff like that, but I don't think he's bad. And I think even Chelsea themselves know, hence they're looking to get rid of Jackson, right? And at the end of the video, we might talk about Jackson a little bit. So yeah, Debute up front, and brilliant. So for me, that will work. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to see what they can do. And now let's get into the second half, right? Into the second half. So the second half, that, you know, obviously a little bit of change. Now, you know, here and there, I think there's two people actually that should be changing the second half. So Sanchez, one, and Badia Deshi. Badia Deshi and Sanchez should be changed in the first half, right? So what would I go with? I mean, in the second half. In the second half, what am I going to go with? I'm going to go with Jorgensen, and then Tosin, Chalobah stays, Gusto, right? Seeing what he did against PSG. Well, in the Club World Cup, I think he was decent. With Gusto, if he's a traditional fullback, I don't have a problem with him. And he can go down the line back and forth. I don't think I have a problem with Gusto when he's playing as a traditional fullback. But now, I think the problem is when Maresca tried to get him to invert. Then he started to divert, right? Once he tell the brother invert, then the brother started to divert. He started to play, I have to say, he never played football before, you know, and I get it. It's not really his plays, but it's the kind of system we're building and the style of play we're playing. So sometimes the manager may demand something from you that you're not necessarily comfortable with, and you have to adapt. And so I want Gusto going back and forth. And Cuckoo, this guy, this fellow, man like Cuckoo, right? Cuckoo will be there on the left hand side, giving Hato a break. We know where during season is going to be the other way around. Hato coming in to give Cuckoo a break, but we already seen a lot of Cuckoo. So right now we're just looking to see a little bit of Hato and what he can do. Then maybe doing AC Milan, we get to see Cuckoo start instead of Hato, all right? And so now I kind of do the changes almost in the midfield, almost like for like. Isugu, we know he came in as a replacement for Caicedo, to give Caicedo a break, because this gone season, Caicedo and Cucurella, we almost run them into the ground. I don't know how the both of them didn't, I don't know, collapse at some point, but they made it through, and we happy for that. So Isugu replacing Caicedo, and then Lavia coming in, because we know he was injured, so I didn't really put it in the starting lineup, because, you know, first of all, I wanted to bring that mix into it, a little bit of experience and a youngster. So now Lavia gets to come in, right, play along. So he gets to play in that Enzo Fernandez role again, right, or Santos role. But so Esigo gonna be sitting deep, like Casado, Lavia gonna be there. You know, we know he's good on the ball, right? He knows how to get the ball from one end to the another end. He's good with advancing the ball and stuff like that. And then Enzo Fernandez gonna be playing as a 10, you know, advancing, making those run into the box and stuff like that, like he usually does. And then you have Pedro Neto. I don't really count Palma as a winger. Chelsea best winger last season. Pedro Neto, easy. The Club World Cup, he came in for us. As the game against Fulham, he scored the winning goal. I feel like he was very crucial for Chelsea in moments that we needed it. And even the final, right, against PSG, he was one of the players that we sacrificed, right? Because the way he played was not so much for him to score. So we allowed Cucurella to invert, right? And then he sometimes he was playing as a wing back almost. So when we have the ball on his side, on the left hand side, then he gets to play as a winger. But if we defend it, he comes in almost like a fullback. So which was good. But man, he put in the shape for Chelsea. His work rate is amazing, and I'm looking to see him tomorrow and the coming season. George going on the left. Well, we know he's linked to leave Chelsea on a permanent deal, and I understand that. I don't really want him leaving Chelsea on a permanent deal because I read the player and I think he's very good, and I think you know, there's a lot of quality there that I wouldn't want Chelsea, you know, losing, right? If he can go to somewhere like Strasbourg, I don't mind, you know, let him stay there for, even if you can send him on loan for 2 years, like I've said, I don't mind. Send the guy on loan for 2 years, but don't just get rid of him like that. I think there's too much quality there for us to lose right now. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing. I know, like I said, the quality is there. So let me see what he can do on that right hand side. And maybe if he show up, we can get a little bit maybe we can add additional 2 million to the price, right? And then Pedro up front, right? Bring a little bit of dynamic to that entire front line. He can play, he can move around and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. So Pedro up there, and I know he's gonna, you know, turn up as well. So, but again, there are a couple people in here that I didn't really mention. Now, I won't be surprised if I see Jackson playing. I won't be surprised if I see Christopher Nkunku. Now, I don't really expect Jackson to play. Like I said, we're gonna talk about Jackson right now, right after this. Before I give you my prediction and stuff like that, I don't really expect. I don't expect Jackson to play, but I won't be surprised if Jackson's play. I don't expect Nkunku to play. I won't be surprised if he do play. And now there's someone staying in the squad, Asemino. So maybe Asemino and Tosin can come in the second half, but I don't know, right? Now I kept Chalobah there and Tosin to play along with in the second half, but maybe Asemino can come in. I don't know, right? But we will see. And yeah, so let's talk about Jackson. So apparently Bayern, Bayern have made an inquiry about Nicolas Jackson. In the Bayern have got information about his current status and conditions. So let's see, right? Bayern, listen, if you can cough up 80 mil, no biggie. We send Jackson your way tomorrow. Listen, I will call Bully right now. I will do that myself. I will call Bully right now, let him know, hey, send the man on a private jet, right? Listen, first thing first to Munich. First thing first tomorrow morning, Jackson to Munich. And that's once you have the money, all you need to send me a text. Nothing, just send me a text. Send me a text. I get it done for you, right? If you have the money, send it. And Newcastle is seriously interested. I've been saying this. Like I said in my previous video today. If you haven't checked that out, go check that out, right? We discussed the transfer and many more. Newcastle, we know you have the money. We saw you willing to pay 80 million for Sesko. Like I said previously, all you need to do, Habibi, yeah? Money. Bring the money, bring the 80 million, we take the 80 million, we give you Jackson. Happy days. You happy, me happy, everybody happy, the world happy. Eh? Happy. Bring the money, Newcastle. Bring the money. Right now, if you bring the money, you guarantee Jackson. Listen, everybody don't want to go to Newcastle. I will make sure Jackson gets to Newcastle. I will pick him up from Cobham, I will pick him up myself personally. I will pick him up, yeah, in a van. I will pick him up in a van, drive him to Newcastle. I promise you. Send the 80 million across, right? But yeah, so let's see what Newcastle want to do. If they can pay the money, we'll take it. If Bayern wants to pay the money, we'll take it, right? And Bayern, I know you're also interested in Nkunku. We can do some sort of a deal here, right? 80 million, 50 million, combine it, about 130, right? About 130 million euros. Send it. Send it. Send it, eh? Send it. Sharp. Don't waste our time here, right? We want the money. But if you don't want, you want just Jackson, we can do that. You want just Nkunku, we can do that, right? Whatever you want buying, we're ready for you. Newcastle, now Bayern is involved. So if you mess around, you better go to Bayern too, and you're just gonna leave. You're just gonna end up with nobody. So hey, hurry, Habibi, eh? Sharp, no? Sharp. Let's get into my prediction for tomorrow, right? I don't expect anything crazy. I think tomorrow game's gonna be a low-score game if Chelsea's winning it. If Chelsea winning tomorrow game, which I want them to, right? Because I'm not going into tomorrow game with high expectation thinking that Chelsea, they just have four days of preseason. I don't really expect much, right? You have a couple new people in the team that's going to be playing tomorrow. So I don't really expect the chemistry and the dynamic to just be like, like that. Nah, it would be amazing if they just pick it up like that, because first of all, they just came from, we ended last season on a high. So I feel like everybody, like there's a bit of that energy, that high stay there. So maybe you see people putting a little bit more shit and there, a little bit more effort. So I would expect that from them, and let's see what they can do. But tomorrow, like I said, I don't really expect a high score game. So 2-1 Chelsea. 2-1 Chelsea. I don't think Leverkusen been going through preseason forever. So I expect them to score. I also expect us to show up. We got the quality, we got the boys, we got the men for it. So 2-1 Chelsea, and good luck to the boys tomorrow. I'll do a review after the game, so you guys should be there. Thank you again, much appreciated. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think? Do you agree with the starting 11? Do you agree with my takes about Jackson to potentially leaving Chelsea, and the second half, the 11 for the second half? What would you change? What would you add to it? Who would you want to see in it, or would you switch the position? Who would you rather see on the bench? You rest a little bit more. Do you think people like Caicedo, Enzo, Palmer, they should rest for Milan game? So you just let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated again, guys. Thank you very much. Cheers.